sportsmanship, leadership, inspire, determination, excitement. Welcome to the Slide Podcast. Your hosts, Jen and Aaron, are on deck and ready to introduce the current stars of Little League Baseball. So grab your favorite sports drink, fasten your chin strap, and get ready to go inside the chalk lines of our Little League fields. Here are your hosts, Coach Jen and Coach Aaron.
Welcome, everyone, to the Slide Podcast. We're here today joined with my son, Jace Pridmore, and Jen Wallace. Hey, guys.
What's up?
Hey.
Everyone's been asking what the Slide Podcast is going to be about. So we're not experts. We're not here claiming that we have all the answers. But what we do know is our love for the game. This show is meant for parents, coaches, and all fans. If you like baseball, we hope you love our podcast. This isn't going to be, here's how we think you should do it. Here's how everyone else should do it. It's going to be about focusing on the love of the game. We plan to recognize our top players in our communities, great coaching, education, and new products. We also look to have guest speakers on the show to teach us about their experiences in Little League Baseball and what they took away from the game. And we also want social media interaction. So we will continue to post new updates, contests, and giveaways as well. But overall, we just want to celebrate our Little League Baseball game and what the love of the game brings and teaches each and every one of us. And now I'm going to turn it over to Jen to walk us through where we came up with the name, the Slide Podcast.
So when Aaron and I first started talking about doing this podcast, we talked on the phone quite a bit, both really excited about where this could go and things that we could do and ways that we could involve the community and just get everyone really excited about Little League. So we threw around lots of names trying to figure out, well, should it be something to do with diamonds? Because everybody loves, diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, or it could be stealing or diving, or what should it be? So we threw around a few things and finally came up with the Slide Podcast. And each letter of the word slide represents something. So the S is sportsmanship. If anybody's ever been involved in a youth league or even as adults, we understand what sportsmanship means to us. The friendships that we form when we're young can often take us into adulthood. So if anybody's ever played youth sports before and then you ran into somebody later on 20 years down the road at the grocery store that you played youth sports with and you're like, dang, that guy cleated me in youth baseball. And you're like, that wasn't very good sportsmanship. So anyway, we're going to try to throw some of that in there at you. Leadership. So what it means to be a coach in youth sports and Little League Baseball, how coaches should act, how they should speak to kids, and what that means to be in a community setting. The I is inspire. What we want to be as coaches and parents is an inspiration to our kids at all times. This should be fun for them. This shouldn't be something that's a job. They don't like going to practice. They don't like going to games. And we need to be able to inspire them to be good sports during practice, during games. And the D in Slide is for determination. We all know what it takes to be a youth athlete. It takes focus and determination on the field. And finally, the E in Slide is for excitement. Youth sports should be exciting. That's what we want for the kids, is for them to be excited about going and spending time with their friends and having a good time on the field. So that's what the Slide Podcast is, what the Slide stands for, and kind of where we came up with that name after lots and lots of different ideas.
So now we're going to get to the part of the podcast that we're most excited about, and that's talking to the kids, because we don't do this without those kids. So now we got Jace up. Jace is my son. He's 7 years old, and he's been playing with his dad in baseball for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people listening to you right now, and they want to learn about you. So tell us what you like most about baseball.
Fielding, hitting.
Fielding and hitting. Not most people say, or most kids say fielding. And why do you say fielding?
I like catching the ball.
You like catching the ball?
And I also like watch my friends get people out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. And I can speak as your dad. Over the last season or two, you've gotten much better at fielding. Jace is currently in his second season of 8U baseball here in Bowling Springs, South Carolina. So, Jace, tell me what your walkout music is right now.
God's Country.
And who sings that version of God's Country?
State of Mind.
State of Mind. And we reached out to State of Mind, didn't we? And told them that you were going to use their song for your walkout music, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you, Jace. And as we keep talking, you can talk as well, okay?
I want to know something. What position do you play?
Right field. I don't know. Right field, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it goes between right field and left field.
That's the exact position I play.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now we've got a fourth voice on our microphone now. We're here with Colton. So we want to learn a little bit about you as well. So tell us how old you are.
8. Wait,
8.
no, 9.
9.
9.
When's your birthday?
January 17th.
That's right. Big 9-year-old. Who do you play baseball for right now?
Paul Hazaris.
Right. And what's the name of the team?
Prospects.
That's right. So we just got finished with our second tournament.
That's cool.
Yes.
Record of 2-1 over the weekend.
Yeah.
Tell me what your favorite thing about baseball is, Colton.
Hitting.
You like to hit?
I like to hit stuff.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Yeah.
I am.
Both 2 righties in the house tonight.
Yeah, which is surprising because this year our baseball team, we've got 4 left-handers on the team. So
We've got a couple too.
Yeah.
1 catcher that's a lefty, which is
Wow.
kind of rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a team with that many left-handers. And it definitely challenges us on the field a lot more than what we're used to.
Yeah.
So do you pull the ball? Are you hitting more to first base? Or are you hitting it to third? Or are you spreading it around?
I usually hit it to first.
Yeah? You're a pull hitter?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Have you hit a home run yet?
No.
Not yet. It's probably coming this season though, right?
Probably.
Gotta
All
be.
right.
We've been working on
Yeah.
getting stronger and faster, right?
Yeah.
Yep. We've been working on getting stronger too, haven't we, Jace?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
Practicing.
Practicing? Well, what do we do every night before we go to bed?
Push-ups, squats, sometimes jumping jacks, and sometimes planks
Yep. Why do we do that?
to get our body stronger.
To get our bodies stronger, right?
Yeah.
And you make me do it sometimes when I don't even want to do it, don't you?
Yeah.
We're running on 5.5 weeks now of every single night. No matter how tired I am, he drags me out of bed like last night to make me do push-ups.
Well, that's the D in the Slide podcast is determination. Colton, tell me something that you think makes a good coach.
Effort.
Okay, expand on that. What does that mean to you as a kid for somebody as a coach to stand out in your mind?
Helpful.
Helpful. Okay.
Loud is better than quiet.
Okay, so you like someone to be a little more forward with you and let you know when you're doing things good?
Yeah.
Or when you're not doing things so good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so since we're sitting here with our sons, and we might as well talking about what it's like coaching your own kid. I've been the coach of Jace's baseball team for the last 6 seasons and coached my oldest son a few seasons as well. And Jen, I know you've coached Colton how many seasons?
Since he was 3, so starting with T-ball.
Yep.
And that's not the easiest thing.
It's not. So with Colton, I think I probably to a fault expect him to be perfect. And I think just by nature, I'm a little bit harder on him than I am on everyone else. That's just simply because I know he can. I know that he has so much potential and can be the best. So I expect a lot out of him. Not that I don't expect a lot out of every kid on the field, but go ahead, Colton. What were you going to say? Do you like me being your coach or no?
Yeah, I was sad when you weren't my coach anymore.
Oh, that's very sweet.
How many of those drive homes at night did you hear, oh, you could have did better, you could have ran faster?
Sometimes.
Like 30 times.
Like
30 times?
Only 30. Yeah. The ride home sometimes is a little bit rough. I've found myself being a little bit aggravated, trying to justify things that happened on the field. And it was definitely a tough conversation for both of us. I think he probably chose not to ride home with me, maybe to ride home with a grandparent a few times because he was afraid of the conversation on the way home. But no, not that I'm, overly hard on him, but I do expect a lot.
Okay, you're not overly hard on me. You're just a little hard on me because I can do it good.
That's right. So we've been through T-ball, we've been through rec ball, we've been through All-Stars, and then I did decide to hand over the reins. There comes a time, and I can speak to this for sure, that And I think each parent is different and they'll know when it's right for them to step away from coaching their own kid. But especially for a female, like I knew that there would be a point in time when I wouldn't be able to do it anymore. And so when we had the opportunity to try out for the Palmetto Prospects, and they already have a wonderful organization, their coaches are great, I knew that I was putting him in good hands. I thought, this is time for me to step back. I have a 4-year-old daughter who started ragdoll this year. So I know that there's going to be more opportunities for me to coach her in the future, especially going through with softball. So just, the opportunities will be bigger and better for me to coach her versus Colton. I knew that he was in good hands moving forward with Paul Hazaris and his organization. So
yeah, Paul's done some great things.
But we're going to have him on the podcast at some point. Little subtitle there. Paul Hazaris, if you're listening, you're going to be on the podcast.
Well, I never wanted to be a head coach. I just liked to be the assistant coach. And 3 seasons ago, I think it was, where I had signed up, or I thought I had been signed up to be the assistant coach. My wife does the signups for Jace each season, and her and a friend of ours colluded and signed me up for the head coach. So I found out during the summer, sitting by the pool, when I got an email from the commissioner of the league and says, "Welcome, you're the new head coach for the D2 team."
How'd that make you feel?
Oh, and it was just ironic. I want to say they both were there at the pool at the time. So it was.
You're like, wait a minute.
Yes. It was like, what have you done? And it was it was good, I guess, on one hand, just because, there's a little bit of always that ownership, and that's your team and your responsibility. But there's so much drama that comes with Little League Baseball that sometimes I need to check out every once in a while because it's hard.
I think that's the great thing about doing rec league first and starting with them when they're young, because there's not near as much pressure. It's a little more about, do you have your belt on the right way? Do you have your chin strap tight enough? It's a little bit less about making that strong throw to first base or getting your crow hop just right in the outfield. That I have to remind myself all the time that Colton's only 9 and how much of a baseball or whatever sport career he has in front of him, and that he's just a kid. So just that constant reminder is, back off a little bit. It's hard. It's very hard to be a parent. It's like you have to put your parent hat on for a minute and then you put your coach hat on for a minute, and it's hard to transition between the two. So how did your first season as head coach go?
It went well. With Little League, it was, you go through a somewhat of a draft period, and you draft these kids, and then you show up to your first practice. And I think that aha moment was like my first practice. And I'm now responsible for what these kids do. And, I'll be the first to say I was the parent that would, on the drive home after a practice, say, "Man, we didn't get enough work in, or we should have done this and should have done that." And now here I am. I'm that person. So if I'm not getting these kids prepared for the next game, then, I'm worried about what everyone else is saying. And that was probably the biggest challenge for me during the head coaching is just, I'm so paranoid about everything. And I think, a lot of Little League coaches allow the influence of the parents to make decisions. And
that's a big one.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And you really don't understand it until you hold the position and as a voluntary role, and you're dealing with some of the stuff that goes on in Little League. And
I think that can be sometimes transferred onto our kids.
Yeah,
I think that they feel that
sure.
stress sometimes. They've got people, you agree, Colton?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
So you've got people in the stands that are telling you, throw it to first. And then you've got your coaches that are telling you something, and then the voices in your head that are telling you what to do. And it can probably be a lot of pressure on you, huh?
Well, most of the time my coach would say, "Don't listen to the people in the stands. Listen to your coach."
Who told you that?
UBA coach.
Okay. Coach
Yeah.
Orr?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to be focused, right?
Yeah.
Is that one of our things here?
Probably.
That could probably go with determination.
Yeah, it probably could.
Yeah, it's a challenge, but we got through it and made it to 2 really good seasons. We had I'd spent the first few seasons we never had a winning team, and then we finally got the back end of that age group where we'd kept kids together.
We've been there. Yeah. We have been there. It's very frustrating not to win sometimes, right?
Yeah, we win a lot in D2, though.
Yeah, D2 is a great organization.
I would agree.
Okay, I have a question for y'all. Aaron, you're going to go first.
Okay.
Why did you start coaching?
Because I think there's something for me about seeing a little kid learn something new, and the lack of confidence that they may have had before they got on the baseball field, and then how when they're leaving that field, how good they feel about themselves. And I think being a coach, it's about helping these kids become better people, and just seeing and watching these kids grow. It's why wouldn't you want to be a coach? My
turn.
I like it better when he's asking us questions.
Do you like this?
Yeah.
Okay. We can go with this. He's a talker. So I think my answer, it's going to take a little bit of backstory. So mine might be a little bit longer. All right. So in 2011, I'm going to take you back to the good old days. I was newly out of PT school, and I was a college athlete. So I already knew going through PT school that I missed softball, right? I already knew that. But I didn't know once I got a job and got settled into a house how much I really would miss it. Played church ball, played a couple different leagues, and I was kind of looking for something else. So I was approached by Shane Wallace, the coach of Third Degree out of Gaffney, which is where I was living at the time. He asked me if I wanted to be an assistant coach. So I agreed. I was pretty excited about it, 10U at the time, and had a couple of, we were pretty good. I mean, we put in the work at practice and we're pretty good. So I didn't really have a reason to start coaching at that time. I was young. I knew that I loved and I had a passion for the game, but I'd never been a coach before. But now looking back on that, these girls are in college. I have 2 athletes that are currently playing for the
Upstate.
For the Upstate Spartans. They're on the team right now.
Yeah, one's at shortstop and one's a pitcher.
That's right. We've been to watch them a couple of times. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Looking back, I coached them when they were 10 years old.
Wow.
And now they're 19, 20. Hannah's in her 5th year of eligibility, so she's still playing. COVID gave them that extra year. So she's still playing, but that really gave me some good perspective on the impact that we do make on kids, because it was really cool to see the young lady that she's developed into and the leader that she is on the field, and to think and wonder if I had anything to do with that. It's really, really cool.
Well, I guess there's no such thing as a selfish act, right? Selfless act. That's what Phoebe tells us on Friends.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. I mean, seeing 2 kids grow up and then now play college ball, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So that, just seeing those kids on the field, and then it kind of makes me wonder, the nostalgia of it, thinking about the kids that I've coached at D2, wondering who they'll be in 10 years.
Right.
12 years. Where they'll be playing ball and where they'll be, whatever.
Well, what we have to wonder is, will they be signing another one of these $140 million guaranteed contracts, and if they'll buy us a new house? Would you do that?
Probably.
You would?
What else are you going to buy with all that money?
Yachts.
I like
Not
it.
just one.
But
plural.
3.
3 yachts?
He's already got the number figured out.
He's a numbers kid.
Well, awesome. Was there any more questions you have for us?
What team did y'all play for? I know what team you play for, but what team did you play for?
I played for the Broome Centurions.
I forgot what team you played. What team did you play for again? You.
What do you mean, college?
Yeah, in college. In college.
I played for the Gardner Webb Running Bulldogs.
Okay, Bulldogs.
Well, awesome. I think we're probably getting to the end of our first episode. So in case you guys didn't or have picked up yet, so Colton did not know he was showing up today to record a podcast with us, and that this is going to be aired on Apple and Google and all those other streaming services. Well, we'll get more into the details of our background as well as our guests in future episodes. I definitely want to make sure that we send every single one of you guys to our Facebook page, our Instagram account. We're going to be having contests, drawings, and tons of big plans coming up in the future, especially in the Bowling Springs, South Carolina area. So we look forward to getting your feedback and helping us continue to grow our message as well. Jenny, you have any parting words?
Just want to say, if you have any questions or comments about anything that was said today, you can always comment on Facebook, send us a DM on Instagram. Just make sure you reach out. We're trying to make this as interactive as we can, trying to get as many people in the community as involved as we can. And like Aaron said, really be tuning in for some big announcements. We're going to be partnering with some big names coming up.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm super excited too. And there's one thing I'm super excited about, but I can't reveal it yet. So I want to make sure that things are a little bit more locked down than what they are today. So we'll talk to you in the future. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Slide Podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. In the meantime, stay connected with Coach Jen and Aaron on Instagram at The Slide Podcast Show, on Facebook at The Slide Podcast, and the Facebook private group, The SLIDE Podcast. Until next time.